Hey, 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 it's the red carpet rain, but we are not green when it comes to the facts. Today we're going to talk about the 2006 DX reunion. Now, this reunion was not long, was short-lived, and I'll get to that later. But first, they had teased a reunion in 2002. Back around that time, it's when Shawn Michaels first came back to the WWE out of retirement. What we thought was a reunion turned out to be a double cross, when Triple H turned on HBK. He hit him with the pedigree, and he ended up having a rivalry with Shawn Michaels off and on for the next 4 years. It ended at Bad Blood Hell in a Cell in 2004. He did reform another group, which is Evolution, which I also have a video about if you guys want to check that out. But anyway, you saw signs of a reunion at WrestleMania 22, when both HBK and Triple H did the cross chop in their matches. Shawn Michaels against Vince McMahon, Triple H versus John Cena. On the June 12th edition of Raw, Triple H was in a gauntlet match against the Spirit Squad. And Shawn Michaels came out to help him. They put their differences aside and they reunited DX. So they continued their rivalry with the Spirit Squad, and they had a match at Vengeance against Spirit Squad, which they did defeat them. It was a handicap match. So which was a good rivalry they had. So they also had later on another handicap 5-on-2 match. It was at the Saturday's main event. It was July 15th. They also defeated the Spirit Squad once again. Now, they already had a rivalry with the McMahons. Shawn Michaels had a rivalry with McMahons already, and then Triple H also had a rivalry with them too. Now, that continued after they defeated the Spirit Squad. They had a match against the McMahons, which is Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, father and son, which was at the SummerSlam pay-per-view in August pay-per-view. Now, they defeated the McMahons in that pay-per-view. Later on, McMahons, they figured they needed a little more help, so they couldn't handle DX. DX was giving them problems, not only at that pay-per-view, but on Raw. They was doing a lot of things like slime. They hijacked the limo, everything. The production truck, they did a whole bunch of antics that was getting to the McMahons, especially Vince. So what they did was, at the Unforgiven pay-per-view, they teamed up with, at the time, the ECW champion, The Big Show, and they had a Hell in a Cell handicap match. Now, they lost that match against DX. Not only did they lose, but they managed to shove Vince McMahon's head up Big Show's rear end. So that was actually funny. Now think about it. Later on, they also had a very good rivalry, as I stated, my Randy Orton series and Triple H series, if you guys want to check that out as well, which was against the new tag team stable of Rated RKO, Edge, and Randy Orton. Their first match against them was at the Cyber Sunday pay-per-view. And Eric Bischoff was voted for the special guest referee. Now, DX lost against Rated RKO because Rated RKO cheated with Randy Orton hitting the chair to Triple H. But it was their first defeat since reuniting. So this feud continued on for months. They went back and forth on each Raws. They even had a Survivor Series 5-on-5, Team DX versus Team Rated RKO, which was a clean sweep. explained that in the Randy Orton series, one of those videos. But their last match they had against Rated RKO, which is pretty much the end of this formation of the 2006 DX, was at the New Year's Revolution pay-per-view in January 2007. And this is when it was for the World Tag Team Championships, but it ended abruptly, even though the match continued, when Triple H tore his quad while giving Randy Orton a spine buster. I believe it was his right quad. He did continue to finish the match, but they did not defeat Rated RKO in disqualification. Now, they did beat Rated RKO very badly, with blood shed everywhere. But nonetheless, this was the end of the 2006 DX reunion run. Now, they did have more reunions and more formations, but this was the last rivalry they had. And this is all I have for the DX reunion. You guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and also check out my other videos. Until then, OUT.